Hi everyone, this is section 4, lesson 2, a great privilege prayer. Prayer is our great privilege before the Lord. So how do we draw prayer? We're doing the front cover artwork for today. We're actually coming up on doing a big piece of art soon. That's going to be double the size that we've been doing, so that's going to be interesting to try to do. But I'll explain all of that when we get closer. There's just the way the cover's set up, there's going to be, I think I've explained it in one of the videos, but so we're going to do, I got another pad with different size paper that we're going to do the art piece on it. So it's just going to be like a larger piece of art. It's just going to be wider. It's going to be like a square of this. Yeah, it's going to be like a square. So 2 of these sheets. We're going to have to do it on... I thought about just taping 2 of these sheets together and just kind of doing it that way, but I've got the bigger paper, so we use the bigger paper. Okay, so prayer. So Lord, I need to know what you'd like me to draw today for prayer. Well, you would think it would be hands praying or something, but it's not. It's a mountain, so we're going to draw a mountain. All right, God, I'm going to draw what you showed me. It's a really spiky mountain, pointy mountain. I'm just trying to do like snow on the top of it and realize how strangely weird this looks. Make it not so pointy. I think the whole point of like the mountain is like the prayer is like going up to the mountain, like Moses going up to the mountain to receive instruction from the Lord. Like prayer is like it's like our mountaintop experience with the Lord is prayer. I wish that like I was more of an artist to do these art videos, but I'm grateful that they're just simply simple. Kind of a mess. It's been a long morning already. Get through it, Lord willing, survive. I think the interesting thing about prayer is it like really challenges you, because until you have a lot of like I don't know, till your relationship with the Lord grows and you really see the effects of your prayers. You know, it's hard to, in the natural, like in the physical world, to go and talk to the air. You know, it's just, once you see the fruit of your prayers, and you see that every prayer God listens to, and I'm so grateful for that, the privilege of being able to come before him. Can you imagine if we had a God that didn't like want us to come pray for him, like that we had to go through a priest or something like that? We worship him in spirit and in truth. So it's more like a volcano, which is fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, my consolation is like Jesus said, unless you become like little children, you can never enter the kingdom of God. Like, okay, God, here is my childlike drawings for you. Here's my kid drawings for you, Lord. You should take them in. When I was having brunch with my friends here, and I gave them a couple of copies of different books because I had them laying here, and God was like, give them these copies of these books. And I was like, okay. And the first thing they noticed is that there's like covers drawn in crayon, and that was the first thing. He's like, I'm really curious about these covers are so unique, and the fact that they're drawn with crayon. And I'm like, well, that's what I had to work with. So that's what I had given away. God had asked me to give away my iPad, so I didn't have Procreate to like create art. So I was like, okay, well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm gonna do a lot of green on these, but it's fine. Very pointy, grassy hill. Good thing these are like spiritual hills. Spiritual hills. So funny because there's part of these art pieces where I'm like, oh, I really wish I didn't do that. And then I look at it later and I'm like, it's fine. It's probably fine. Like, because these markers, you can't really like, you have to like do like it's like a hint of color. Like, okay, well, does that look like a mountain with a sun? And yes, it does. So just run with it. And I think to serve God, you have to be willing to be foolish. Like the world is all about wants everything perfect, but it's like this false perfection that the world has. The people of the world, they like create all these like, okay, what are you doing? What are you creating for? Like, what is the purpose of what you're doing? And it's like, it's beautiful and good job and I'm glad. But what did you accomplish with that? Because in the end, if it's not for God, it's just burnt up, right? Like, it's just like, where is all the artwork and the stuff that people from 2,000 years ago created? Like, where is that stuff? You know, if it's not done for the glory of God, then it's just no point. I don't know. Just random thoughts. We don't have gray, so we're making the clouds all reflecting the sunlight. Seems like to be the theme of... There we go. Mountain of the Lord. Symbolizes prayer as our foundation, it's our rock, it's our whatever. Ugh. Okay, well, there's our front cover artwork piece for section 4, lesson 2.